Let's ruffle some feathers on this beautiful morning. We are equal, but not the same. Why men and women are not in competition, but need each other. My face, your screen. I have questions and opinions. I always have opinions. So let's talk about life, love, relationships, friendships, work, and everything in between. Long conversation. Now, this topic is a big one, and it's been trending for years, okay? We are equal, but not the same. Men and women. We are equal, but not the same. And why men and women are not in competition, but need each other. Let's dive in. One of the most important truths is if we can understand and embrace this, we will just move forward on this instead of this very volatile, hostile thing that's been going for years between men and women. Equality does not require sameness. Okay, men and women are equal in value, worth, dignity, and potential, but they're not designed to be carbon copies of each other. And that's not a flaw. That's by design. It's a feature. It's a good thing. Now, we often get stuck in assuming that for genders to be equal, they must be interchangeable in every possible way. Emotionally, mentally, physically, behaviorally. This is not true. This is a lie. Okay? We were not designed to be the same. Nature and history tells us a very different story. There are real and meaningful differences, biological, neurological, social, between men and women. There are so many differences. And those differences, they don't make the one better or worse than the other. They make us complementary. They make us stronger together. Somewhere along the way, this dangerous idea crept in that men and women are in a battle for power. We're in this constant battle for power. Zero-sum game where one must win and the other must lose. One has to lose in order for one to win. This is a lie, okay? This mindset creates tension, huge tension, that not only between men and women, but inside our own relationships, families, and workplaces. This creates so much unnecessary tension. The battle of the sexes narratives undermines the truth. Men and women were not designed to compete, but rather to collaborate, okay? We are not adversaries fighting for dominance. We are allies, each bringing something vital to the table. Consider this. Men on average tend more towards the physical strength, undeniably, and risk-taking behavior, a survival trait across human evolution. Okay. Women on average tend towards empathy and relationship intelligence and critical nurturing family and communities. This is true. This is how it's meant to be. But once again, these are general patterns and not rigid rules, okay? There are nurturing men and assertive women. Thank God for that. Okay. I'm both, because I've been a single mother all my life, so I've had to be both. But rather than deny the patterns, we should learn from them, okay? The goal is balance, okay? Not everyone playing the same role, but everyone bringing their best and unique strength to the same mission, building a thriving, humane, and just society. We all have something to bring, okay? And I'm not saying women are physically weak, but men are stronger, okay? Men are stronger physically. It's the way we were made, okay? I am not going to go to the gym and push the same weight as a male, okay? I can kick his ass in Krav Maga, yes, because of intelligence, not because of strength, okay? We're made different for different reasons. We need to stop trying to erase our differences and start honoring them. Okay, something powerful will happen when we learn to do that. Men will feel less pressure to be emotionally suppressed and hyper competitive, because we push men. You're not allowed to cry, you're a man, you can't be emotional, get a tampon. You've heard that. And women will feel more freedom to lead without being judged and diminished. Okay. Stop telling women your place is in the kitchen. Stop telling men you're not allowed to cry or be emotional. This is nonsense. Okay, this is nonsense. We all have the same emotions. Some are just more developed than others. We're different. Okay. Relationships become more cooperative and less transactional when we can accept each other and allow each other to flow into each other's strengths and weaknesses, to build each other up. Families will become more resilient and teams will flow more fluidly. Society will become more whole when we learn to intertwine and complement each other's abilities and strengths and weaknesses. As men and women, we don't have to be the same to stand side by side. We just have to respect and value each other's differences. Okay. Imagine a world where men and women stop trying to outdo one another, stop being in constant competition with each other, and instead ask, how can we lift each other up? Imagine a world where boys grow up seeing strong, compassionate women, and girls grow up seeing emotionally intelligent, honorable men, where it's not you have to be like this or you have to be like that, or this is wrong and this one's stronger than that one. And it's not a competition. If we can raise our children to understand it's not a competition between genders, they will learn to complement each other and appreciate what the other one brings to the table. Where relationships aren't about winning, but about serving and growing together. It starts with a mindset, with conversations like this. Okay, this is where it starts. With challenging old narratives, because the narrative has been so twisted and people are twisting other people's train of thought to suit their narrative. Okay, you see, they don't appreciate you. No. Don't do that. Okay, with giving ourselves and each other grace to be different but equal. In workplaces, it looks like valuing collaborative success over individual competition. In homes, it looks like shared responsibilities and mutual respect. In relationships, it looks like listening, really listening to understand each other's worlds rather than trying to prove your own. Now, when I say that as men and women, we are equal but not the same, it's not a contradiction. It's a celebration of balance, of design and harmony. We were never meant to be each other's competition. We were meant to be each other's completion, not competition. Not in a cheesy romantic way, but in a real human way. I see your strength and I bring mine in a kind of way. Let's put our strengths together and we can get somewhere. In that kind of way, we are equal but not the same, because that's where real progress lives. That's where real love grows. That's where people thrive together. And remember, different doesn't mean divided. Okay. We do not have to be rivals. We are equal, but we are different. We all bring something different to the table. I am, as a woman, I firmly believe that a man must lead. But I also know I've been married, and I've been married to a big man, but a weak man, where he couldn't lead, and I had to lead, and that didn't last. Because as a woman, I need a man to lead, okay? And Woman, you can hate me as much as you want to, but we are the type, we do not like to take responsibility. We want to lead, but if something goes wrong, we need to point the finger somewhere. Okay, we are like that. So we're designed like that. We went to, but it was him. It was him. So if you don't let him lead, you can't point the finger at him. If you're taking the reins and running ahead, you take the blame. So I know that, I mean, I look at my daughter's marriage, they have the perfect harmony because there's no misogynistic views, there's no feminist views. They are people. They are two people who fell in love. They've been together forever. He cooks better than she does, so he does the cooking. She cleans better than he does, so she cleans. She's better at electronics, so she puts the plugs on and changes the light bulbs. She can't change tires, so he does that. You understand? So they're different, but they're equal. Can everybody, let's choose unity over rivalry. We are equal, but we are not the same. Stop trying to think you're the same. Woman, stop trying to think you're as strong as men because you're not. You're not. You can go to gym and push weights as much as you want to. You are not stronger than men, okay? Because then there's an error. And men, stop trying to think that women are just pretty. We're more than that, okay? Take what each one brings to the table, put it together and become unstoppable. We will be unstoppable if we just bring what we have to the table. What you have is good enough. You don't have to compete with the opposite gender. You must complement, collaborate with each other. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So choose unity over rivalry.